Hey everyone, Rob Wise Guy 82 here, and today we're going to go over a little bit of the previews, and these are going to be, this is the previews catalog issue number 338. What do we got? Unholy, and then the real Ghostbusters. Looks like Series 5 it says. You got the Taxi Driver, Library Ghost, and the Terror Dogs. That's what it's called. I didn't know they were called Terror Dogs. Did you? Commandy on the front. There's going to be a bunch of writers on this. I know a lot of people are really excited. I've never read it. Definitely old school, golden age look to it. Alright, so there's a lot of stuff, guys. I know, you know, not everybody's in this stuff that I'm into, but that's cool. So let's just see. I mean, this thing is freaking awesome, man. You guys got to get this if you love comics. There's all kinds of they got every month they'll do a spotlight on a writer and a creator, and I mean, there's just all kinds of cool stuff. Looks like there's a new Kiss thing coming. And you've got, I'm excited for this Lady Castle. That's going to have Ashley Wood doing the covers. He did that, and the artwork. And Delilah S. Dawson. I don't know that name, but it says credited Star Wars: The Perfect Weapon. And then looks like a new Red Sonja from Amy Chu. I have a new J. Scott Campbell cover. That looks awesome. Oh, and these are books, guys, for the these are going to be some of the first books of the year for January 2017. So first thing I got marked off from Dark Horse. Looks like there's a couple things. We've got Slayer, the band Slayer has Repentless #1. They're coming out with something to go along with the new album. Any Slayer fans? Maybe Marky 316. Check that out. There's a new Angel season 11 Hellboy Winter Special. Artwork looks pretty cool for Slayer. But let's see. So we're going to get a Black Hammer giant-sized annual. That sounds kind of funny. That's what she said. So there's going to be a bunch of writers, a bunch of artists on this with Jeff Lemire writing. So we're going to have Dustin Nguyen, Emmy Lennox, Nate Powell, Matt Kint, Ray Fox, and Dave Stewart. Holy shit, that's awesome. A couple of awesome watercolor artists. Cool cover we're going to get for it. Heard some good news about this series that sounds like Jeff Lemire's got 18 issues in the bank for this, and it was planned for 20, but he said he can go farther with it, so totally excited about this. Illustrated by an all-star slate of guest artists. This oversized oh, okay, yeah. Excuse me. Let's see, this oversized anthology issue features 5 Black Hammer stories from Jeff Lemire, each focus on one of the stranded heroes. See how Dustin Nguyen, Emmy Lennox, those names I just mentioned, take on tales of Abraham Slam, Golden Gale, Colonel Weird, Barbalian, and Madam Dragonfly. That's going to be freaking awesome. Got Department H number 10, Ether number 3. Can't wait for that one to come out. Let's see. Trade paperback for the first first volume of Briggs Land. Looks like a new Emily and the Strangers. Seen some of those on the shelves. Next one I got is going to be, I know not a lot of people picked it up. Damien did, Sleepy Reader 666. A few other people got Saints, the Book of Blaze, 9 issues from Sean Lewis, and I forget the artist, but that was their very first book. So this is Sean Lewis's second shot at it through Image Comics, and art and cover by Hayden Sherman, and this is called The Few, issue 1. Kind of a sketchy look to it. I'm giving this one a shot on name alone, just because I really enjoyed Saints. Really cool. And then we got critically lauded writer and playwright Sean Lewis follows up the cult favorite Saints with his newest book, The Few, teaming with red-hot artist Hayden Sherman for a limited maxi series. So it doesn't say how many, but maybe that means, what is that, 8 to 12? The Few combine Mad Max action with a Station 11 sensibility. I don't know about that one. In this sci-fi series, for mature readers in a dystopian future, 2 survivalist brothers stumble across an unlikely sight. A woman asleep in the woods holding nothing but a gun and a baby wearing a gas mask. As these boys begin to embark on helping this woman, betrayals, secrets, and revolutions abound in the fight for what's left of America. So we're going to give that a shot. Artwork looks cool. So the next one is going to be from Image Top Cow. And this one it's going to be Matt Hawkins and Jason King doing the writing, and Derek Robertson for the art. This is a one-shot, Matt Hawkins from Postal. So this is Dante. Let me show you guys. Looks pretty cool. Artwork looks really good. So we've got Dante was a family man with a wife and young daughter, and also a top assassin working for an international crime syndicate. For 2 decades he worked hard to keep these 2 lives separate. Where are we at? Minutes. Try to remember the 10-minute mark so it doesn't happen while I'm reading. For 2 decades he worked hard to keep these lives separate, and it was then ready to retire. Manipulated into thinking he could quit with the syndicate's blessing, Dante was betrayed and accidentally killed a young Asian boy while fighting to save his life. This act changes him forever, as he is supernaturally cursed and wakes in an inexplicably covered with tattoos. Dante tries to uncover the source of his supernatural curse while looking for his family that has now disappeared. And that's just a one-shot, so it looks really cool. I don't know if you're really going to be able to see it that well, but the artwork looks really good. It says it's going to be 48 pages. 48-page prestige format, so that's cool. Next one we got, this had a convention variant, which I know Mr. Rigamortis got it. I sure as hell wish I would have freaking pulled the trigger, but I got a bunch of other stuff instead. But this looks awesome. This has a Chucky feel to it, and I know we don't have one of those books. Closest will be Puppet Master, but I'm excited about this. This is going to be fun. In the town of Boston, a witch hunter lures is like none you've ever seen. She is Lila, a 17th century soul that has been transported into present day and into the body of a life-size, ball-jointed doll, created by a couple of MIT students trying to use technology and a 3D printer to create the perfect woman. Join in the supersized debut issue and learn how she came to be known as Dollface, the ball-jointed witch hunter. So that seems kind of funny. So we'll get that. I get a couple of other Action Comics. But I love, they always do limited covers, so that's one of my favorite things. Got a couple new series from Aftershock. That's Blood Blister. And then check it out, guys. We got another volume. Oh, man, I missed the 10-minute mark, guys. I'm really sorry about that. Shoot. And for those of you that hear that and hear me say that or talk about that and think I'm just crazy, the volume cuts off, the sound cuts out for like 10 seconds. That's the only reason I do that. I'm not crazy, guys, I swear. New volume of Animosity. This is called The Rise. The wolves leading the sheep. Okay, so real quick, who cares? Let's see. Sin is a joke to Brandon Hall. Morality a crutch for the weak. Laws mere tools to be abused. But when the corruption he scoffs at begins to manifest on his once perfect body, Hall finds himself cast into a hidden world of unspeakable horror from which there is no escape. How can he be saved when the evil possessing you is your own soul? That was kind of, that's what got me that sentence right there. How can you be saved when the evil possessing you is your own soul? Opening a jarring window onto the world of horror from the writer of The Coffin, Fire Breather, and Deathstroke, and the Eisner Award-winning artist of Ex Machina and Starman. So that's going to be Phil Hester and Tony Harris, guys. Blood Blister. And then Volume 2 of Animosity, Marguerite Bennett and Wando. The animal's thoughts spoke and took revenge. The dust has settled and the blood has dried, but a new force is rising in the west, ready to help animal kind seize power in the dark new world to come. Spinning out from Marguerite Bennett's hit new series Animosity is this special... Oh, it says number 1. Special one-shot illustrated by American Monster's very own Juan Doe. Witness the devastating effects of the wake and how it affects other parts of the world on that terrifying day. And I guess I didn't read that far down when I first looked at it. Just a one-shot, not volume 2. Okay, so next we've got, not really sure about this, and I haven't read Skeptics yet, but I did see that one of our fellow YouTubers didn't really like it. But there's a new Black Mask book coming out called The Dregs. A gentrified city, its homeless population restricted to 6 square blocks called the Dregs. When people start disappearing, a drug-addled homeless man obsessed with detective fiction becomes addicted to solving the mystery. Equal parts Raymond Chandler and Don Quixote, set in a thriving metropolis that literally cannibalizes the homeless. The Dregs is the first homeless meta-noir ever made. So we're going to see what that's about. Got a few more here, and then this is Lady Castle. Really, I'm getting this for the, I mean, it sounds cool, but Ashley Wood. This is obviously not a painted cover, but hopefully maybe we'll get like some painted variants or something. But this is going to be covers and art by Ashley Wood. Here we go. When King Mancastle and his mighty vassal Mighty vassals ride off on crusade. The women left behind are not at all put out. That's a lot less armor polishing. For them to do. Of course, when the men get themselves eaten by a dragon and leave a curse that attracts monsters to the castle, well, the women take umbrage with that. Now the blacksmith's wife, Miranor is king. What? Miranor, that's got to be it. Princess Aeve. Where do they come up with these names? Aeve, who knows how that's pronounced, is the captain, and the only remaining and least capable knight Sir Riddick is tasked with teaching the ladies of the castle how to fight, defend, build, and do all manner of noisy things the men had been doing while the women assumed they were just drunk. Novelist Delilah. Oh, okay, that's cool. So that must be that Star Wars one must be one of the extended universe. Is that what that is? Delilah S. Dawson, as wicked as she wants, Wake of Vultures, brings her first ongoing series to comics. That's cool, and is joined by breathtaking illustrator Ashley A. Wood from Niobe for a rollicking fantasy adventure featuring women reclaiming their lives and on their terms. So that's cool. And then I watched this with my nephew. I know Jay from Frontline is all about the deep. There's a 6-issue miniseries. The TV show is on Netflix. It got renewed for a season 2. The first season was awesome. Anybody with kids or nephews, it's a fantastic show, all about the ocean, adventure. It's so much fun. Alright, so, next one is going to be from Titan Comics. Guys, this freaking artwork reminds me of Alex Ross. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but this is called Call, or Call. Artwork looks absolutely amazing, and then the interior artwork is the exact same as that cover. Look at that. I mean, just amazing. I wish it was a little bigger, we could see more, but totally reminds me of Alex Ross. And this is let's see, it says a brand new series for fans of Elric graphic novels. I've never read any of those. The artist is Valentine Secher. In the cold silence of a galaxy ripped apart by war, a prison ship drifts alone in the void. Aboard, 3 races are preparing for a battle that will determine the ruler of their eternal home, Kal. The embattled, bloodthirsty, and unhinged leader of the human faction will stop at nothing to triumph. So it says a brand new violent space opera of warring clans, gladiatorial arenas, and political intrigue, illustrated by the globally renowned Metabarons. I know I've heard people talk about that. Metabarons artist Valentine Secher, perfect for fans of Thor, heavy metal, and the video game God of War. So I'm going to be giving that a shot for sure. 2 more is going to be, I'm pretty sure about this one, but I don't know, we'll see. Looks interesting. It's called Relativity. It's Titan, but it's like Top Cow. So it's Titan One Studios. Gareth R. Roberts, Taryn Shada. Whatever. So then we've got, oh wait a minute. No, I said Relativity. So this is called Night Guardians of Relativity. Knight, Night Guardians of Relativity. Alright, so little synopsis for this is: recovering from the ravages of the Fourth Great War, a mysterious band of men and women called the Night Guardians are dispatched to humanity's 6 remaining city-states to investigate the murder of their revered brother Night, and to protect the last I'm going to wait a second though. Alright, so maybe I already, maybe I blacked out some of that, so let's see. A mysterious band of men and women called the Night Guardians are dispatched to humanity's 6 remaining city-states to investigate the murder of their revered brother, Night, and to protect the last remaining relativity machine from those seeking to harness the power of temporal travel and achieve immortality. So I think I'm going to give that a shot. Excuse me. And then the last one is, now I got to do some research into this because I don't know if there's more of them, but this is Junji Ito's Dissolving Classroom, and I guess it's a bunch of short stories. So it says a new collection of horrific tales from the master of Japanese horror manga Junji Ito, detailing the depths at which a teen will go to get revenge on the world. Dissolving Classroom is J-horror at its most beautifully grotesque. Teenager Yuma Azawa transfers to a new high school, but something strange seems to have followed him there. Is it a curse, or is he cursing those who have been putting him down? Dissolving Classroom collects 7 new short horror stories from Japan's master of horror comics, Junji Ito. So that's going to be the last thing that I get. Absolutely amazing for anybody who likes horror. So I've got, sorry it took so long, Daniel, if you stayed this long through the video. I've got your, that package. I'm going to send it out in the morning. What can I do for a question or something, though? And you can't win another one, alright? Jeez. Give somebody else a shot. I don't know what to do. Oh, the first person to tell me their favorite artist, I'll package up something for you. I'll pick something cool out. So whoever it is, just tell me your favorite artist. All right, and oh, and what else would be cool is if you would tell me a couple of your favorite covers that they've done, because you know I love the covers. So that's it. Very simple. Favorite artist. Give me a couple covers so that I can look them up, and then I'll send you something out. It may take me a minute, but you'll get it. Thank you so much, guys, for those that have stuck with it this long, and shout out to Lily White. If anybody knows, she does some amazing covers, and that was truly amazing. Absolutely beautiful, that last one you did, Lily, so thank you for that. That was really awesome. Peace, love, and comics.